Last two, Sag and Cap. Sag and Cap. All right. Sagittarius sun risings. Um, the ninth house. The ninth house. Okay, Sagittarius sunrise. So you got that sun all up in the third right now. You got the sun all up in that third right now. So you're supposed to be expanding on what you already know. I mean, what you are, your opposite sign is embarking journeys of learning new things, and is embarking journeys of new opportunities to express what they know. Now it ain't so much about learning new things with you. Not my beloved Sagittarius sunrise. No, the sun is an Aquarius in your third house. You are learning how to be the one. You're embracing becoming the messenger this season. You're embracing being the one, getting more comfortable in the one, being the person people come to for this information, come to for knowledge in some type of shape or form. All right, that's what you got going on there. Now you're already the knowledgeable one. You're already the knowledgeable one by default, right? That's your natural energy. But there's going to be a lot of opportunities for things to take, things that you're already familiar with. Third house familiarity, things that you're already familiar with, things you already know. Once again, things you've probably been relating a lot in your third house space. And the full moon in the ninth house is here to remind you, like, yo, do you be running from this house, Sag? All right, excuse me, not the full moon, the sun in the third house. The sun Aquarius season is going to be helping you to understand, do you be running from being the messenger, or you always want to be out and about, explore something new, experience something new? It comes a time that you got to be the one to channel a message here and there. There's going to be a time you got to be comfortable being the one that people are always coming to be informed about something and understand the responsibility that comes with that. But when you get a full moon in the ninth house, let me make sure I got my math right. I don't know, something feels off. Yeah, no, oh yeah, I'm bugging. I keep thinking about Gemini rising. My bad. So yeah, with the full moon in the ninth house, all the wisdom you have is fully illuminated. So you can manifest a lot of situations right now. The full moon wants you to remind you of the wisdom that you have in this area so you could find ways to make sure you're applying it in this current stage of your life. When you get a fully illuminated moon in the ninth house, it's most likely going to be something that you're either feeling heavy on, or you attract or download around this time to help you understand, like, yo, I have this form of wisdom and I don't be applying it. I don't be using it. So as you go through your sun in the third house travels, you're gonna start identifying everything that's in your third house that be keeping you from expanding on some of these things, Sagittarius, that be keeping you from to applying a lot of these things. And the thing about you, Sagittarius, you deal with long distance energy. So a lot of y'all don't even be in your third house. A lot of y'all just move a lot, move a lot. A lot of y'all growing up went to a lot of different schools, went to school abroad, went to boarding school, went to school far away from where you live at. All these different type of things, being a Sag sun rising at times. So now the sun transit in your third house, it's going to be so much opportunities to see what can be expanded in the ninth by you just using what's in the third. All right. Got all this knowledge about this and the third. You're familiar with this and the third, and there's opportunities that you can bring out into the world if you just allow yourself to not just stay condensed into where you at in some type of shape or form, Sagittarius sun rising, but you know, you guys have a miscellaneous random life at times. I don't want to say random, but it's just gonna be a lot of random things that do happen, and a lot of thrilling things that could happen, and it creates instability at times. So you being more intentional is like the full moon and ninth wants you to become more intentional about how you take third house awareness and use it in the world, right? So this, that, and the third. The sun in Aquarius is gonna keep reminding you. You've been knew how to braid hair. This is mad old. There's nothing new about braiding hair. You need to learn. You've been doing this your whole life. Full moon in the ninth house is activating. You can expand others people's knowledge and wisdom about braiding hair. Why you be reluctant? Why you don't be realizing that? Like, you could take this third house knowledge and you can make it up something, establish it something into the world. You could teach it, create a curriculum for it. You could have a school for the mug. But the rest of Aquarius season gonna show you probably why that don't be happening. You know, you're gonna come into awareness about different things that you're connected to, probably other relationships, third house relationships you be trying to uphold, that you know they're not going to want to embark on certain journeys, or probably not going to be supportive about certain things because they got whatever third house habits that they're stuck to, peer pressure house, whatever habits that they're stuck to, and then you being taken away from your natural energy, your ninth house energy, being able to jump into the teacher bag, being able to jump into the example of somebody that has this type of knowledge and wisdom in some type of shape or form. So just know with the moon transit in the ninth house, any download, any feeling or emotion of something that and I know my description of these houses get a little off, or my description of the reading get a little bit off because both of these houses deal with education, though. That's the thing. Both of these houses deal with education, the third and the ninth house. Even if you're looking at it from a sequence point of view in our life, the third house is really early education, like elementary school, middle school. You could say high school, and then the ninth house is like advanced education. You know, we kind of say like I guess later years of high school. It's almost like high school fall into both of them mugs, but like you could say like advanced education, college degree, any degrees after that. That's why people with a lot of ninth house planets, they're most likely going to be a strong pursuit of something they want to learn. I'm a ninth house stellium. I went to college and I pursue spirituality heavy in general. You might have somebody that's just heavy with degrees, have a lot of ninth house planets. Somebody that's just heavy with spirituality, a lot of ninth house placements. All right. So the full moon there, once again, it's helping you to understand any opportunities you be missing out at times from not taking the knowledge you have and putting it out into the world, helping you to understand how you could lead such a powerful influence and to help other people expand their awareness about things if you play with this house a little bit more, but in an intentional manner. Sagittarius Sunrise. Once again, you are ninth house energy, but ninth house energy ain't always intentional. You want to study this philosophy, learn this, you experience that this relationship teaches you that, and you jump into a philosophical bag about your experiences and download different things about this and the third. Yeah, you naturally have a studious nature, but when you start becoming intentional about how you're taking what you know and connecting that on into the world, then that's when you really start making some magic, Sag. That's when you really start making some magic. Okay. So I need y'all to keep that in mind. Now remember, as Sagittarius season goes, you got Aquarius in the third house. It's gonna be a lot of once again, there's gonna be a lot of influences. You start realizing, like, okay, it's a trine now. It's a trine. So a lot of community and tribe can be developed through you being more vocal, more expressive of things that you really be into, things you're more studious about, because you're mutable fire. So sometimes you know how to adapt. You know how to adapt to different people, different places and faces without at times imposing your beliefs. Even though sometimes y'all do get passionate about y'all belief system, but for the most part, y'all can keep it real light. Once a lot of Sagittarius feel like they're projecting, they'll cut it out. They'll stop. But having the sun in Aquarius in the third house, this is what you're going to be realizing throughout the season. Like, damn, I understand this. I've learned this. I got this knowledge about this and the third. I grew up my whole life experiencing this. And because Aquarius here is going to be more of an influence of understanding how that could be related to community. I mean, how that could build community and tribe with you pushing that out, or just allowing yourself to be seen for what you know a lot. That moon in Leo in the ninth house is just really helping you to understand, like, you do know we can expand a lot here, bringing it out into the world. There's going to be more people, moon, that's going to feel, that's going to understand you more here. It's going to feel fulfilling bringing this energy out into the ninth house. It could create some opportunities, right? You allowing yourself to be in position to be seen for something that you know. Now you manifest an opportunity. People want you to speak here. People want you to do this here. People want to book you there. People want to buy this product there. Okay. So the moon just here to make sure you don't neglect that. And it's also the full moon is trining you. So that may be an opportunity you attract this week, next week. You might just naturally fall into that. Might naturally fall into a situation where something that you already been projecting from a knowledge, wisdom perspective, where somebody else wants to take that so you can expand it a little bit farther. All right. And you jump all over that. You make sure you jump all over that. Okay. Um, Another thing, last thing, it's damn near almost what I was telling Gemini's too. Like, you cannot neglect getting the proper licensing and whatnot for this, that, and the third with the moon in the ninth house. If you're gonna get intentional about doing this, that, and the third, just make sure you're not half assing anything. That also comes with you understanding what you need and what you don't need, right? If it's something serious, like I said, something that you need licensing for this, that, and third, moon in the ninth house is gonna wake you up. Like, yo, make sure you get that done. Make sure you react to that and apply that so we can make both of these houses work for each other, and you're just not out here winging it. All right. So that's important too. And remember, the full moon wants to make sure nothing is neglected or suppressed here. So I feel like there's a lot of Sagittarius sunrise that may feel like because you didn't have the, I guess, an adequate form of education for something, but you know from experiences, don't feel like you don't know. Like that's number one. Your experience is number one. Your experience is number one. Okay. So don't feel like you know you got to do this, that, and the third just to have the credential to no. My experience is my credentials. But obviously, if we're getting into something from a business perspective or something in the matrix that takes these credentials, this, that, and the third, you don't play with that, right? You just gotta just do everything clean. All right, Sagittarius sun rising. That's what we got going on. And last but not least, my Capricorn sun risings. Capricorn sun risings. All right.